What's up guys, I'm Lalo and welcome to this week's vlog. This one is highly anticipated, my workout plan. This is how I stay lean, strong, and fast. And I want to show you guys what it looks like in the gym, outside, running. It's simple, it's effective, it can be done anywhere, anytime. Here it is.
Starting off with what a week full of sessions look like. Monday we do a long run that ranges between 60 to 90 minutes. Tuesday we do a zone 2 run in the morning that ranges between 30 to 60 minutes. Chest and core in the afternoon. Wednesday we do hard running track intervals. The intensity is usually pretty high here and that lasts between 60 to 90 minutes. Thursday, a zone 2 run in the morning, mobility legs back in the afternoon. Friday we do chest, tris, and machine cardio. This day typically looks like a full body day. Saturday we do a medium run, which ranges between 60 to 90 minutes, and the effort is usually more at like 80 to 85%. And then we do some core. But just to be clear, I do core Monday through Saturday. Core is just highlighted Tuesday and Saturday, and then a full rest day on Sunday. I wanted to take you guys through a list of movements I do more than twice a week. Now, I won't talk much about the incline bench press because I know you're familiar with the movement, but more on the reason why I use dumbbells. Dumbbells allow for more range of motion. For the sake of this video, a stretch in the chest where it's gonna allow me to hit more of the muscle, and overall, dumbbells are just more time efficient when you're trying to be in and out of the gym. This is a bridge bench press, essentially my version of a decline bench press where I'm solely focusing on underneath the pectoral muscle. Could easily do this on the floor, but as you can see, I'm able to get more range because my elbows are breaking past 90 degrees. For stability of this movement, I would suggest to push your mid back into the bench and squeeze your glutes and really drive your fist over and under your chest. This is a squeeze chest press, great movement to superset with. I always pair this with any sort of bench press, and this is as simple as it gets when you think of nothing but squeezing your chest when performing this exercise. Another movement I know you're familiar with is the bent over reverse fly. This is predominantly working the posterior deltoids, so rear shoulder muscles, and basically anything mid upper back. Easily could do this movement 3 to 4 times a week without overworking, but this is not one that should ever be loaded heavy and a great rehab and prehab movement. Chest supported rows might be my favorite back exercise. Yes, this hits your lats, but my main reason is everything mid and center back. This has not only kept my back strong and defined, but my shoulders healthy all the years through rigorous sports. Keep your elbows tight into your torso and your shoulder blades down when performing this exercise. Supported back extensions, essentially my version of a safe weighted back extension. This is supporting my core and allowing me to actually focus on my low back. I know this looks funny and weird, but if you want that sexy V on your low back, add this to your program. Think of this movement as a Superman on the ground. Do not pull the weight up and focus on literally arching your back. This is a deficit single leg RDL, typically performed at around a 2 to 4 inch platform, so this tiny plate is a bad example. This is predominantly a hamstring hitter, but challenges the core and stability. Great leg exercise if you're running and wanting to stay in the game longer and away from injuries. If you also want to grow your legs more, I would highly suggest doing more single leg movements. Front foot elevated split squats, great for inner part of your quads, glutes, and even better for your knees. Biggest key here is to try and get your knees as far over your toes and think of squeezing your hamstring to your calf. I always do an offset loading here to challenge stability and core all at the same time. Single leg hip thrusts, another movement I know you've seen, so I'll jump into the key points here. Biggest thing is to keep your knees, hips, and shoulders traveling at the same time. Lastly, the closer the foot on the ground is to you, the more glute you're gonna get. The further, the more hamstring.
And lastly, guys, I want to leave you with 5 major key points to my workout plan and how this works so that you're successful in and out of the gym. Starting with number 1, high reps and high sets. So this means you're aiming at the very least 8 reps and at the very most 20 to 30 reps. So this can look like 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps or 4 sets of 10 to 12 reps. However you want to put that together in whatever movement that you're doing, but we always want to aim for high reps. Secondly, this is going to follow along with keeping everything at a tempo. We're moving everything slow and controlled, and we're feeling the muscles working in our body, right? It's important to really have that mind muscle connection in whatever muscle group that you're working. So if you're doing, let's say, an RDL, you're focusing a lot on your hamstrings, right? You're not focusing on your quads, and you're maybe for that session not really focusing on your glutes, although you are going to hit a little bit of glutes in that movement, correct? But the main focus for that session and what you're hitting is hamstrings, right? So you really want to focus on how to contract and put tension into those hamstrings while you're doing that exercise. So third, that's going to follow after high reps and tempos is not to push anything to failure. It really depends what your goal is, but strictly for what I do and what works is that you're not pushing anything to failure. Now, if you do, does that mean that it's gonna hurt you in the long run? Absolutely not. If anything, it will make you even more stronger and it could get you bigger essentially, but I do not push any of my muscles to failure. The goal to every session is to make sure that I'm leaving the gym feeling good and that the next day I come in also feeling good, right? I'm not trying to be super sore when I leave for the following, couple days. I'm really trying to make sure that I'm allowing my muscles to make sure they're getting what they need and not overdoing it. Number 4 is gonna follow with rest. In everything that I do, I'm always 30 to 60 seconds of rest. This means anything in the gym, in any set, any workout, any exercise, and this also means in running. So if I'm doing running intervals, I'm never really resting for longer than 60 seconds, and that goes the same thing in my gym sessions. I'm in and out of the gym 45 minutes to 60 minutes max. I'm always an hour in the gym. Now, I know that you're like, Lalo, you used to do CrossFit and you were a CrossFit Games athlete and you trained for hours and hours a day. That was completely different. And even though I was super fit and super strong during that time of my life, that was something that was necessary at the time. But now, like for me to just make sure I physically and mentally and just overall just feel good, I don't need to do that. And I can be in and out of the gym in 45 minutes. And that means 30 to 60 seconds rest in between. I'm moving, I'm sweating. My mind is just solely focused on what I'm doing and not easily getting sidetracked by anything else. That is also why I keep that rest very minimal. But for what I'm trying to do, run marathons, do Hyrox, do these fitness competitions, I don't necessarily need to be resting for that long. I'm literally trying to keep myself moving the entire time for however long I'm working out. So 30 to 60 seconds of rest max, and anything and everything that I do in workouts and in the gym and outside, and I would highly recommend the same for you. And lastly, when I'm in the gym, everything is always a superset. So I do core every single day, even if I'm just like running on that day, I'll always finish off with a little bit of core. But that being said, if I'm in the gym and let's say I'm doing an incline bench press, I'll always superset it with like a side plank or some sort of plank or some sort of core movement. And that is like the one thing that really helps me in my fitness routine is always including core or always completing something with another movement or two. So I'm never just doing one movement. I'm always doing 2 to 3 movements in one whole set, whether if it's like 3 to 4 sets of 2 to 3 movements. And that could be the same muscle group, that can be a completely different muscle group, and that can be a push and a pull. But yeah, pretty much I always superset a movement, and it doesn't matter what I'm doing, even if it's just one main compound lift. Like I said, if it's just a bench press or whatever that may be, I'll always superset it with something that maybe isn't going to take that much effort from me, but that I can accumulate volume and it will be effective and can help me in the long run. And that's it, guys. That is how I stay lean, strong, and fast. And again, I've been doing this for so many years. I've competed in a lot of different things. I've been in a lot of different sports. And, I was a personal trainer, a performance coach, all of the things, I can name it all. I have all those certifications, all that stuff, and I don't promote myself in any of that. I don't talk a lot about that because it's really just about what's in here and what you know how to do. And I want to make sure that I'm providing you guys with the right knowledge and also just really giving you the realness of this whole thing and what really works. And right now, less is better. and more is not better. Less is better. And if you can leave the gym feeling really good about yourself and feeling like you got a great workout, and most importantly, mentally, you feel great and you have energy, you have the stamina to get through the rest of the week, that is winning, and that is what's going to keep you in for the long game and can feel good inside. You're definitely going to feel phenomenal outside. I can promise you that. So I hope that this was helpful, and I look forward to doing many more for you guys. If you really like this video and you like the information that I provided, let me know, because if you guys did, then I'll definitely give more of what I've been doing, and I can break down other things that I've been doing. Maybe I can do a whole vlog dedicated to my upper body session, where, you know, I focus on just growing chest. If you're wanting to learn a little bit more about like long distance running, I can break that down a little bit better too at the same time. But for this video, I really wanted just to combine everything and yeah, just kind of give you all the information in a short form video in what works best for Lalo and what I know can work best for you too. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next vlog. Peace.